What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to work on the Cateye project truck again, and this time I'm going to work on this front end. So to kind of update it and just make it look better, I'm going to do a color match on the front end. But then something kind of neat right now, I'm tuning this truck right here, and this truck, it has one of the Chevy SS front ends. So I thought it might be kind of cool to compare them a little bit. Please like, please subscribe, please keep those comments coming. I appreciate the support. So we're looking at doing the color match on this front bumper. I'm gonna do the color match on the lower gray plastic, color match on the black plastic, and I'm going to paint the chrome section of the bumper as well, and then also this chrome bar that runs right here across here. I'm gonna leave the bow tie black and leave the upper and lower sections of the grill black. So lots of people, they go with this front end. It's not a bad looking front end at all. You got the Chevy SS lower bumper cover, you got the 0607 grill, and then of course you also have to change the hood because right here it's straight where it meets the grill shell. And then if you look on this one, you can see the hood rises up and goes across there. So to actually do this front end, you have to literally take and get a new hood. You have to buy the new grill shell, and then you also have to paint everything as well. Paint the hood, paint the grill shell, paint the front bumper cover, and all that. Possibly even, get whatever piece that goes there, or maybe even fill that in, just depending on what you want to go with. But I'm willing to bet that that front end painted up is not only going to be hundreds of dollars cheaper, but it's not going to look that bad. I think it's actually going to turn out really nice. I just thought it'd be kind of neat to do a little bit of a comparison. Again, this truck is not a bad looking truck, but I think this front end is going to look good. There's kind of a cool comparison where you can see I've got the painted door handles. The door handles are not painted. Also, the mirrors are not painted. And over here, you've got the painted mirrors and the painted door handles. So now every day you got two similar trucks, sitting side by side that you can kind of compare and get a look at. So kind of a little neat opportunity. I think y'all are gonna like how that front end turns out. So I'm not gonna bore y'all with the details, but I'm gonna hop right into getting to work on the Cateye Chevy truck, and I'm gonna get that front grill off and get the bumper off. So that's gonna be the first thing to do, is to get those pulled off the truck and then start prepping them for paint. Just like that, the whole entire front end is off. It's really simple, y'all. On these Cateyes, the front grill literally just clips into place, other than that top plastic piece that I took off. I only took out the headlight because over here, to get the fitment right, I put a little bit of a zip tie on there just to keep it looking good from the outside, and you'll never see the zip tie. And then the bottom bumper, there is just a bolt here and a bolt here And same thing here, those 2 bolts, then there's just a bolt right there on both sides. So 6 bolts and the whole entire front bumper comes right off. That's simple. I love working on these cat eyes. So now we got our bumper completely off, ready to get some sanding and get cleaned down. The grill, which the chrome is going to get a little bit of sanding on it to also help the paint stick to it. And then I'm going to remove the bow tie. For those that don't know, removing the bow tie is really simple. All you have is 2 nuts holding it on. Just be real gentle because it is metal on plastic. So that's how I painted the bow tie really easily, was just by unbolting it from the back and pulling it right out of the grill shell before. And I never made a video of this, but I actually painted that bow tie gloss black, and then the lower mesh part of the grill and the upper mesh part of the grill, I also painted it gloss black. And then this outer around here was already color matched. So now I'm gonna keep all the gloss black and I'm just gonna color match the chrome. So it's time to start cleaning this stuff up and prepping it for paint. All right, y'all, I've been prepping this thing a bit, been working on it, been going over it with just some 220 grit sandpaper. I've already used multiple sheets, just scuffing everything up. Now I've got it hosed down with the Duplicolor prep. It's this right here, Duplicolor Automotive Prep Multi-Purpose Foaming Prep Cleaner. You just spray it on there, foam it down real good, make sure you get everything, and spray all the cracks real good. Just hose it down, let it sit, and it pulls all the grease, grime, all the junk off of there that you wouldn't want on there for the paint to stick. And a quick thanks to those who are not fast forwarding through the video and who are actually watching the whole thing through. Got some parts in for the truck. That'll be coming next. But anyhow, back to this. All right, so one last little update. So you can see how the chrome is scuffed up. You can see how good it's dried from the prep. You don't want your scratches in your chrome to be so deep to where it's going to be showing in your paint job. I hosed down this after scuffing it up. I did a little bit of my masking off before I did the scuffing, obviously, because I don't want to scratch up the surfaces that are already painted. All right, y'all, so now I've got everything prepped. I just have my stuff sitting on a couple trash cans just to kind of prop them up. So I'm gonna use some of this Duplicolor Automotive Primer filler next. This will help fill in some of the pores on the plastic and then also help with bonding onto the chrome, which I've scuffed already. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this primer on it and get that done and drying. So as you can now see, I put that whole can of filler primer on both pieces. I just spread it out evenly across both of them. That one can covered good. If you're wanting to get a lot of coats of that primer, then you're gonna want to buy more than one can for sure. But all I'm looking for is for a good base to put that color down on. Some of y'all may have noticed that setting this on the trash can has some gaps in here. That's just because it's actually putting a little pressure on it, which I actually don't mind. It's spreading it open a little bit. That way I can get the paint down in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and film putting the color down on it, and y'all can just kind of notice and see the technique that I use to put it on. Like this bumper, I'm laying it down in these gaps right here, laying it down in this gap here, laying it down in the gap at the bottom, and then filling in these sections right here and here, filling in those sections where it's hard to get at and you don't want to run. So you want to fill in those sections. Then once all your gaps are filled up with some color, once these sections are full of some color, then you want to lay it down nice over all the rest of the bumper. Once all your cracks and crevices are taken care of. That's the thought process behind it. And then you lay it down over the flat areas. So I'll show that to y'all. Same thing on the grill. You gotta get in these cracks in here real good. You also want to get on the edges real good. Get on the bottom of both sides of the bumper before you do the flat part. That will help you to not have runs and help you to have it turn out as good as possible. All right, let's lay down some color. The color is on both pieces. It took a bunch of paint on this front bumper, but we got all the color down on it, all the color down on the front grille. Looking good. Time for that clear now. parts have had all night to cure up, sit up. I went ahead and installed the bow tie in there so you can get a little bit of an idea as to how it's going to look. It's time to get these parts back on the truck. Again, just as a thank you to those that are watching this video the whole way through, show you a little sneak peek of some more parts that I got for the truck. There you have it. Look how much better that looks. Oh man. Hey, I'm in love with the way that looks. That looks amazing. Y'all let me know down in the comments what you think, but to me, it looks really good. It turned out great. Anything is better than black plastic and gray plastic. Why they ever put two-tone plastics on the front of these trucks, I don't know why. Getting rid of that chrome on that grill and getting rid of those two-tone plastics and the chrome on there on the bumper, and to me it just makes it look more aggressive, more sporty, more custom. I just love the way it looks. So here's a comparison between this and compared to how this one looks. So again, over here you got the painted Chevy SS front bumper cover and the 0607 grill and the newer hood that has to go with it. I like how it turned out, and I think it looks just as sharp personally. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. So in some ways, I actually don't mind this grill really versus the split grill of the 0607. I think when this grill is painted, it looks just fine. That solid bar across the center, to me it doesn't look worse than the 0607 grills in my opinion. In fact, I might even honestly prefer the solid bar rather than the split bar. But y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think, and let me know what you think of this front end, how it turned out. Please hit like on the video. Please also consider subscribing, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Thanks.